Okay, you're going to need a clean sheet of paper. I want you to title your paper, Energy Flow Notes. This will include the energy pyramid, which will come towards the end. I want you to date it February 25th. These are in the instructions on the assignment. And then I want you to write your name on your notes. As I'm going through these notes, pause it as you need to if I go too fast. Okay? We are going to take 5 sections of notes. 5 short sections. Okay, so let's start with section 1. Roles in an ecosystem. We're going to go ahead and title that. This is our first one. Roles in an ecosystem. Okay, this is based off of an assignment that you guys did on February 12 in Schoology. So go ahead and put your title on your paper. In an ecosystem, there are biotic and abiotic factors. Okay? Biotic factors are living things like the animals, the plants, the bacteria, things like that. The abiotic factors in the ecosystem are things like the sunshine, the air, the water, the clouds. Okay? And so, for energy flow, for these notes, we're going to focus on the biotic factors, okay? We're not going to talk about these guys right now. So, there are 2 types of living things in an ecosystem, okay? They're called autotrophs or heterotrophs. Autotrophs or heterotrophs. Okay? Autotrophs can make their own food. Autotrophs can make their own food for energy. Okay? Heterotrophs cannot make their own food for energy. So this would be like us and the animals. Okay, the bunnies, the squirrels, the coyotes, the ladybugs, things like that. Autotrophs, organisms that can make their own food for energy, these would be the plants. Okay? And so their scientific names are producers and consumers. Producers, because they're quote-unquote producing the energy for the ecosystem. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, they're just converting. Okay? They're converting light energy from the sun, okay, light or radiant energy, and they're converting it into something useful. We can't go outside, stand in the sunlight, and just soak up energy and be able to use it. We can't use it in this form, okay? This is unusable to us. So producers convert it into something we can use. They convert it into a chemical energy in the form of glucose. And this is the process of what photosynthesis does. This whole process here is photosynthesis. Okay? Glucose we can use. This is usable energy. So plants can make their own food and live off what they make. So they're good. So what about consumers? We can't make our own food. So consumers have to eat other organisms in order to get energy to live. Okay, so let's focus on animals because they're the main consumers. We're animals also. Okay, so there's 3 major types. We have the type that eat plants only. We call them herbivores. Then there's the type that eat meat only. We call them carnivores. And then we also have another type that eats both plants and animals. And we call these omnivores. That would be us. Humans are omnivores. And yes, some people are vegetarians by choice, but our bodies can digest meat and plants, and that's what makes us omnivores. Now, there is a special type of consumer we haven't talked about. This is a special one. We call them decomposer. Okay? A decomposer is a type of consumer. So an example would be like bacteria, fungi, or earthworms, pill bugs. And they have to eat. They can't make their own food. They have to eat something else for energy. But they do something else also. So they eat dead organisms, dead plants and animals, and they use some of it for energy, so they can live and reproduce and do all that. But they also recycle the nutrients of the dead organisms. They recycle the dead organisms. And they put those nutrients back into the soil. They put the nutrients back into the soil. Zoom in on this so you can see it. Decomposers recycle the nutrients and it puts them back into the soil for the plants to use. Because plants, yes, they need food and water, but they also need nutrients, just like we do, just like our bodies need nutrients. Okay? So that's it for the first one.